came across a drifting ship. I took a look inside. I found a note that someone wrote that said, take her for a ride. I set a course for sights unseen, went out to open sea. To my surprise, a bunch of sailors joined along with me. Now we're sailing on the mystery ship, and all the sailors here are really hip. There isn't any cost of membership, and all you gotta do is join our trip. Yeah, I'm the captain of the mystery ship, and I'm a-calling all aboard this ship. I'm really hoping that you'll enjoy it up on the mystery ship. So bring a friend and come along with us aboard the mystery ship. Well, that one caught me by surprise. It caught me by surprise, people. That is a fatty right there. That is the biggest, fattest fly I've ever seen. How are we doing, my friends? How are we doing? It is a pleasure to join you here this evening. My name is Zoso, dude. I'm looking to my friends to tell me if I am overmodulated. Where are my VU meters? Where are my VU meters? It doesn't look like I'm screaming at you. I hope that you can hear me appropriately. Please, please feel free to let me know at any time if my sound needs some sort of help, because I appreciate you guys more than anything. I want to put forth a professional sounding program. That is what I live for here. A little low. A little low. I just boosted it. Is it any better there, TL? Thank you. Thank you kindly. You wonderful, wonderful folks. Perhaps if I boost my headphones, I can hear a little better. Okay, that sounds, now I can tell. No, I don't want to reboot right now and restart my computer. Thank you. Anyway, Windows. Good evening, my friends, and welcome once again to the Mystery Ship. My name is Zoso, dude. Beers and bros. It gets all foggy. I think it says beer and bro respect. Responsibility. Beer and bro responsibly. Anyone who has ever taken in my dear brother Double D's show on Sunday knows that you must beer and bro responsibly. Otherwise, those beers can get you. It's a YouTube video, LOL. I have to take a moment. Because a great many people have wished me a happy birthday today, and it means the freaking world to me. But I'm not alone in this birthday. I am not alone in this birthday. April 3rd also happens to be our dear sister Shelby, right there, Sleeping Stars. Happy birthday, Shell, my birthday sister. Good to see you. I hope you had a wonderful birthday as well. Seriously, across the board, I cannot possibly share how I really feel because you guys have just blown my doors off from people hollering at me in the chats on other shows today wishing me happy birthdays to phone calls to texts to emails. I got it from all sides, from cards in my mailbox to, I mean, honestly, I have never felt so grateful and just so touched by. I'd be a liar if I said it's under 100. I probably got over 100 greetings today. You're about to, you're about to make this old biker son of a bitch shed a tear. Okay, That's how much it means to me. you guys, you guys think of me like that. It is. It's just amazing. It's just amazing, and I freaking love you for it. I love you for it. Oh my goodness. How do I begin to thank you? How do I begin to thank you? I will also say, and I'm going to keep this on the down low, but I want to share a personal thank you to you wonderful people who decided to actually send me a little something something. I got a number of surprises in my mailbox, and they are fantastic. And I love you guys. I really love you guys. Thank you so very much. A couple of other shout outs, because there are birthdays that are just all around me. And these are people of great importance. Yesterday was my dear brother, Frank Valbiro. You may know him as Quite Frankly. It was Frank's birthday yesterday. He took the day off, but not without wishing me a happy birthday. And that meant a great deal. I felt especially charged tonight. I don't know how many of you watched the Quite Frankly program, but it's I love it. It's one. I mean, there's like 3 programs that I do not miss. Unless there's something serious happening, I enjoy watching. Quite frankly, I really do. There's humor. There's it's informative. It's a wonderful, wonderful program. Very well produced. Fantastic show. I'm a big fan of the X22 report. I try to watch Dave as often as I can. I know he's a bit repetitive at times, a bit redundant, but he still does the digging and the truth. Actually, there's a couple of others. I'm a big fan of Red Pill 78. I think that Zach is one of the hardest working guys in all of freaking out there. One of the best news shows you're going to find. If you want somebody who digs for truth, then Red Pill 78 is your ticket. Odds are he'll never know I said that, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. The thought is genuine, and that's how I feel. My brothers and sisters, it is a pleasure to come and make your acquaintance this evening. Let me look around the horn. Let me take a quick peek around the horn and see how we are doing. I'm looking right now to Rumble, where I see a bunch of beautiful people. Again, also wishing me happy birthdays. Thank you, Andy Social. Thank you, Joe Elaine. Frickin' love you, sister. And there are others over there. So, you others, you are not nobodies to me. Rumble is a very wonderful and fantastic platform. I invite you. I invite you to open a Rumble account. I am never going to leave Rumble. I'm never leaving Rumble. That's a fact. Never. Let's have a look at the family over at YouTube. Do we have tubers? We do have tubers. American man, what is going down, my brother? It has been a minute. It is great to see you. Great to see you. Norma Williams, good to see you as well. Thank both of you. Thank you for the birthday wishes as well. I freaking love you over there.
Hope you are doing wonderfully. American man, seriously, man, it's been a minute, brother. Hope you're doing great. Hope the world is spinning your direction. Let's have a look at Twitch, just to say we did. Okay, I do have a Twitch channel. Look at that, my brother, Matty F and B, my motorcycle madman brother, and one hell of a roofer. This guy sends me texts all the time that from like 80 feet in the air saying, "Dude, how do you like this one?" I mean, I love you, brother. Hope you're doing freaking great over there in Pennsylvania. Good to see your smiling face. Thanks for hanging out with us. We have a wonderful class of people. This is these are some of the finest people on the planet, and I'm talking about my friends over at D Live. There's no shortage of them. Bad Zoot for one. Freaking love you, sister. LT Cooker is in the house. Good to see you. John Rogers, how you doing, buddy? Great to have you aboard. Lynn, you are wonderful. Lynn Winters, great to see you. Just a girl is in the house. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see who else is hanging out. Sheeple beware. Sheeple beware is with us. Gloria Paddock, is that you? Is that really you, Gloria? Well, birthday spanking for me from Bad Zoot, and let me tell you, if you know anything about Monty Python, that is a woman who can appreciate a good spanking. Spudley, always a pleasure, my brother, my dear brother. I freaking love you, man. What can I say? You are the bomb, man. You are the bomb, baby. Val Kimber, another freaking rock star of a human being right there. How are you, dude? Great to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Artist 61, Steph in the house. Yes, good to see you. She just a few moments ago, as I was driving home, she sent me a wonderful message, and it put a smile from ear to ear. Willie Fix It in the house, one of my absolute oldest sailors that I have. From the very beginnings of the program, when it was just me and Duska, Willie was there. Willie was there. Mrs. Spud, what are you doing, little lady? Wonderful to see you. Sleeping Stars, so glad you're there, my birthday buddy. Amethyst Cat, good to see you. Good to see you. Well, let's get over to the home of the champions. The home of the champions, and I'm talking Foxhole, people. I am talking Foxhole. Now, I got to back up a minute. Do I? How do I want to approach this? I love the people who hang out at Foxhole. I absolutely adore my Foxhole crowd. Look at this. Bear and bro, respectively. Where I'm at. I am beering and broing. What is the word? Responsibly. I'm beering and broing responsibly. I brought the big mug out tonight. Thank you, Double D. I brought the big mug out tonight because I promise you, by the end of my show tonight, your brother Zoe is going to have a little bit of a buzz on. Because every now and then, I just need to speak my mind. And son of a gun, tonight is one of those nights, people. Aren't you glad you're here? Zoe is going to go off like a Roman candle. Actually, it's going to be a very wonderful evening. We are going to take a look at something most unusual, and that is birthdays. We're going to look at birthdays. And why the heck do we celebrate these things? It's something I've never explored. I love to bring you episodes and do the research and look into why it is we do the things we do, because some things we do don't make any sense, do they? Do they make any sense? Let me ask you a question. Does this make any sense to you? Only you from Los Angeles we'll know if this makes sense or not.
Put another candle on my birthday cake. We're gonna bake a birthday cake. Put another candle on my birthday cake. I'm another year old today. I'm gonna have a party with my birthday cake. Come on and take some birthday cake. Put another candle on my birthday cake. I'm another year old today. We'll have some pie and sandwiches and chocolate ice cream too. We'll sing and play the day away. And one more thing I'm gonna do, I'll blow out the candles on my birthday cake. And when I do, a wish I'll make. Put another candle on my birthday cake. I'm another year old today.
No, it's not satanic. It's not satanic. I'm happy to tell you. Amethyst Cat celebrating a birthday is not satanic. Okay? That's awesome. And I'm happy to share that with you. Let me say hello to the wonderful, wonderful champion. The champion sailors hanging out at a little place called Foxhole. You see that crown? Do you see that crown? The fox is wearing the crown. The fox is wearing the crown. Let's say hello to these wonderful, wonderful sailors. Girl Patriot, how are you doing, pretty lady? That is one beautiful, brown-eyed Italian girl if I ever saw one. Speaking of beautiful Italian girls, there's a little lady named Jo Elaine. What are you doing, darling? Good to see you. Happy birthday to you. Jo Elaine's birthday was Sunday. Sunday. She also shares in this birthday week. Great to see you. NX17, what is going down, my dear? Good to see you. Great to see you. Double D, due diligence. Have a grog on me, baby. Wonderful to have you aboard the home of free speech in America, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. How important free speech is. Val Hall, I freaking love you, baby. Love you, darling. Good to see you. Always a pleasure to see you. Jay sending me a little puppy wave right there. Good to have you aboard. Renee, 0304, what is going down, darling? Hope you're doing wonderfully. Great to see you. Great to have you aboard. M1911 Zoomer. Zoom. I still can't remember. Was that Subaru? Or who was that? What car company did the Zoom commercials? Somebody help me out here. I can't remember. I'm too old. Freaking 65. What the hell happened to me? 65 years old. Secret Weapon in the house also sent me a wonderful text today. Thank you so much, my friend. Great to see you. Starface, my man, my brother. The man laying on the beach, on the river, in his new riverfront home. Yes. Well, great to see you. Great to see you. Let's see who else is hanging out at Pilled Foxhole, because, folks, there's no shortage of them. There's no Crazy Chuck with a K. What a fortuitous meeting it was with you, my friend. Wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you. Thank you, guys. Oh, my goodness. Look at the gold pills rolling in. Oh, my goodness. Sean Joe, thank you, my brother. Thank you, dear brother. That is a hell of a birthday gift right there. Renee, thank you, darling. Prayer Warrior Girl, PWG. We're talking about one of my favorites right there. PWG, I freaking love you, lady. Hope you're doing wonderfully. I look so forward to meeting you this summer. You are on my list, baby. LT, my brother, look at you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Oh, this is the best. I really love this part of the show. Because I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people out there with shows. And I know that they occasionally look up at the screen and recognize a person here or a person there. I'm sorry. I go out of my way to recognize each and every person that shows up here, because you guys are the show, okay? It's your phone calls. It's your chats. It's your participation in this program that makes it what it is. Salty nuts. Speaking of something tasty, how are you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good. Salty? You are a salty dog. You are a salty freaking dog. Prairie fire. Seriously, when it comes to human beings, folks, I want to tell you, I don't care if you know him as Prairie Fire or if you know him as Mad Pogue. Folks, that is one beautiful human being right there. God has a very special place set aside for that man right there. I know it. Ghost Pepper, how are you doing? Good to see you. Rooster, my brother. Okay, Rooster gets the bell. He needs the bell. Good to see you. This is awesome. Look at these people. Look at these people hanging out at the home of free speech in America. Oh, it was Mazda. Thank you. Thank you, Mazda. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom. There it is. Thumper Rose, darling, what are you doing with yourself? So good to see you. So freaking good to have you aboard. Thanks for joining us. Dave Mick, Enrique Alvarado. I'm telling you, you people are what make this show what it is. You are warming me right down to the very cockles of my soul. Gosh darn it, this is amazing. Better lately dropping in and brings a whopper of a present with him. Thank you, my dear brother Ronnie. So I was hanging out on his show the other night. It was great. His Sunday show with Bruce Banner is a must-see, people. It's a must-see. Don't go there and tell them Zoe sent you, okay? Love that show. It's the closest thing to Seinfeld you're ever going to get. This is the new Seinfeld. It's called Better Lately. And I'm pretty sure it's exclusively on the Foxhole, the home of free speech in America. And boy, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. I mean it. We are. Jay Brewskis. Good to see you. Wow, I'm getting down to Joyful June. A beautiful, wonderful person with a fantastic show. A dear Christian lady with wonderful values that I implore you to check out her show. I really do. I really do. Cat Q Patriot. Now, it has been a minute, darling. Better Lately played a birthday song for me. He did. I'm so sorry I missed a show. SRG Sparky. Folks, I want you to see something. You see this beautiful ship's wheel? Okay. So, my dear brother Sparky, he sends me a text or an email one day, and he goes, dude, check this thing out. And it's a captain's wheel, and it's for sale on, like, Craigslist. And I'm like, oh, my God, it's in Oregon. I want that thing. I want that thing. So I'm trying to contact the guy. I sent him texts and emails, and the guy just wasn't responding. And I'm like, what's wrong with this dude? I want this for... Next thing I know, Sparky shows up in my driveway with his beautiful wife, Kat, and he bought the damn thing and gave it to me. He drove 3 hours down my way just to give me that wheel, which means the world to me. Freaking love you, Sparky. Sparky, SRG Sparky, you're amazing. Good to see you. Packers 412. Ron sent us. Wow, that means something. What a wonderful, wonderful... Holy crap, the gold pills are just pouring in. Due diligence. Love you, man. Smitten Kitten. Sister, you are one of a million. One in a million. One in a million. Thank you. All you guys, thanks for showing up. Okay, I got to the bottom of the list. Thank all of you guys for showing up to my program. I want to take a minute to address something very special about Foxhole. Okay? There's a lot of platforms out there. I currently broadcast to Twitch, to YouTube, to DLive. I'm also over here on Rumble, and I'm on Foxhole, Foxhole is the home of free speech in America. Do you know why? Well, let me tell you, about just about 2 years ago, a little over 2.5 years ago, it was November of 2020. Uh, there was a whole bunch of truther shows that I follow religiously. I just mentioned a bunch of them. X22, Craig Mason, Tron, Red Pill 78. YouTube decided that the truth was too heavy to share. So they kicked all these people off the air. These were people who were making a living off of sharing truth on the internet. And they had nowhere to go. And out of nowhere came this teeny tiny platform. It was about this big. It was about this big. In the corner of the internet, it's called pilled.net. Now known, and its sister station, the foxhole.app. And they gave a footboard. They gave a step stool to all of the people who got kicked off of YouTube. I'm talking people like Red Pill 78, 412, 412 and on. So many people who got kicked to the curb by YouTube found new life on a little place called the Foxhole. And God bless them. God bless them for what they do, because they believe in free speech, okay? They believe in free speech. They are such proponents of free speech that it doesn't matter what kind of person you are. You could be a dirty ass, sinning biker like myself, saved by my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And Foxhole will give you a platform, a place where you can say what you want to say and no one will shut you down. They're not afraid to give a platform to anybody. If you are the kind of person that likes a couple of dicks up your ass, they've got a platform for you. There's shows over there called Gay Men with these limp-wristed lispers. Go and check them out on Foxhole. They don't care. The boys behind Foxhole, man, if it makes a buck and it pertains to the terms of service, they'll put your show on the air. I'm sure there will be pedo shows coming. But free speech reigns supreme at the Foxhole. You want to watch a show called Lesbian Kitty? Go right on over to Foxhole. They've got you covered, baby. They got you covered. Free speech reigns supreme at Foxhole. So no matter what your game is, you can get it on at the Foxhole. That's a promise. That's a promise. Speaking of promises, we're probably going to be back right after this little ditty right here. This little ditty right here.
We baked you a birthday cake.
If you get a tummy ache
And you moan and groan and woe, don't forget we told you so. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Make a wish, dear, and blow out the candles.
Here they go.
Switch to Chrome to protect yourself from malware, so you can surf without getting phished.
I sure as hell don't want to get fished. I don't want to get fished. Nope, no fishing here. No fishing here. I'm sorry. American man, glad to see you over there. Hey, I want to tell you that if you like all kinds of content, well, you want to go where they let you speak your mind. I'm a big proponent of Rumble. Rumble is good. BitChute is good. DLive seems to be pretty good. They seem to be pretty good. I have to say, that I was very excited about Pilled Foxhole. When I first started, back then, in those days, you could pull up your phone. You could pull up on your phone, and there was only 13 programs on there. And I was one of them. I was very proud to be. I was vetted. Methods did 2 interviews with me, and then I had to go through the mats. And back in those days, when you tapped on the foxhole, you could see there were only 13 shows, and I was on the bottom. I was all the way down the bottom, and I had to go through a strict vetting process. There are now over 300 shows, 300 shows, and counting at the foxhole. I firmly believed that it was a conservative and truther platform. But I guess I was wrong. I mean, I've been wrong before. It's a platform to make money on. That's what it's all about, just like YouTube, just like DLive, just like all the rest. If it makes a buck, man, they'll give you a place to stand up. So go over to Foxhole and start a new show. I don't care what you're into. They'll put you on. They really will. Let's talk about birthdays, shall we? Let's talk about birthdays, because Zoe's had all the excitement for one day that I can handle. I've had all the excitement I can freaking handle. What are the origins of birthdays? Why the hell is it that you and I find the need to wish each other happy birthdays, to congratulate someone from getting older, to doing, handing people presents? What? Thank you, girl patriot. Thank you. It's good to know. Wow. I'm just so taken aback. I got a great big birthday surprise today when I found out that I myself broadcast on a program that also promotes gay men and lesbians. Not that there's anything wrong with them. There are gay men and lesbians in my family. I don't, whatever blows your skirt up. If you smoking blue tomatoes makes you happy, I invite you to do so. Just keep it in reason. That's all I'm saying. Keep it in reason. I don't think you'll find me watching those shows. You won't see me in the chat of those shows. I don't think so. I know so. But why do we celebrate birthdays, people? Let's get back to the topic at hand. Why do we celebrate birthdays? So, it's a crazy thing, all right? Early civilizations had no reason. They had no reason to celebrate birthdays. Why? They didn't have a freaking calendar, all right? They noticed that during the day, day after day after day, sometimes it started to get cold for a while, and then all of a sudden it started to get warm for a while, and they noticed that the sun and the moon had something to do with it, and that daylight started earlier in the day, and then sometimes it would drift into daylight would start later in the day. And then they noticed that nighttime, sometimes night would come early, and then later in the year, night would come very, very late, and it would stay light out very, very late at night. They didn't have a calendar. It wasn't until people actually started tracking time and the sun and the moon and began to piece together the earliest calendars. That's when they realized, oh my God, we're repeating a cycle over and over and over again. Does that surprise you? I hope not. Doesn't really surprise me, but early civilizations had no way to track time because they had no calendar. As time went on, everyone realized that they all experienced the effects of aging. They just didn't have a means to put a milestone to it. It wasn't until ancient people began taking note of the moon's cycles and they began paying attention to the change in the seasons that they noticed this pattern repeated itself, and therefore they began writing it down. This many days until it gets cold again and that white stuff starts coming down. This many more days until the green grass grows again and we get out of the rainy season. This is what bore the first calendars. They marked time changes, and this type of tracking system. With this type of tracking system came the ability for people to actually track birthdays for the very first time. As with many things that we know, people, it all started with the freaking Egyptians. Yes, the Egyptians. They're the ones who figured out the whole birthday thing. But it was special to them, okay? Not just the lay people. I'm not talking the regulars. They didn't get to celebrate birthdays. It was the pharaohs, baby. They were the ones celebrating birthdays. Let me tell you why. Scholars who study the Bible and its earliest mentions of birthdays goes back to about 3000 BC, okay? And it was in reference to Pharaoh's birthday. But further study implied that it wasn't the day that the Pharaoh was born that was the important day. No, it was the day that the Pharaoh got crowned, like Foxhole got crowned. Okay? The day that an Egyptian pharaoh got crowned, he became a god. He became a god to those people. Now, they're little people, the pagans. When Egyptian pharaohs were crowned in ancient Egypt, they were considered and transformed into gods. This is the moment in their lives that became more important than the day of their physical birth. Now, the pagans, like the ancient Greeks, believed that each person had a spirit, and that spirit was present on the day of their birth. This spirit kept watch and had a mystic relation with the god whose birthday that particular individual was born on, okay? For all those birthday candles that you wonder about, well, you can thank the gods and goddesses for that, okay, of Greek culture. The Greeks are the one who brought in the birthday candles. So Greeks offered many tributes and sacrifices to appease their gods. The lunar goddess, Artemis, was no different, a tribute to Artemis, the female lunar goddess. The Greeks would offer a moon-shaped cake adorned with lit candles to recreate the glowing radius of the moon. It symbolized the sending of a prayer, and blowing out of the candles with a wish was another way of sending that message to the gods. How about them apples? Birthdays actually started as a form of protection. Now this was a stretch for me, but I'm open-minded. So it was assumed that the Greeks adopted the Egyptian tradition. There was enough trade and enough people traveling across the Mediterranean to see the Egyptians did rub off on the Greeks. There's no question about it. The Greeks adopted the Egyptian tradition of celebrating the birth of a god. They, like many other pagan cultures, thought that days of major change, these birth days, a day that you and I were born on, they thought that these days welcomed evil spirits, and they wanted to ward off those spirits. Now, I'm a little baffled as to why they would think that the anniversary of the day of your birth would welcome evil spirits, but I'm glad that they wanted to fight them off, okay? They lit candles in response to these spirits, almost as if they represented a light in the darkness. Now, I'm pissed. I wanted to bring out a candle tonight, and I wanted to have a burning candle here. I'm such a dork. I never follow through with my ideas. In addition to candles, friends and family would gather around the birthday person and protect them from harm with good cheers, warm thoughts, and wishes. They'd give gifts to even bring more good cheer to the person, thinking that it would ward off evil spirits. Noisemakers. Noisemakers were also used to scare away the unwanted evil. The ancient Romans were the first to celebrate the birth of the common man. Now, this is awesome. These are my people. I'm Italian. I'm somewhere way back there. I guess I'm part Roman, okay? The first time in history where a civilization celebrated the birth of non-religious figures was done by the Romans. Everyday, regular Roman citizens would celebrate birthdays of their friends and family members. The government, however, created public holidays in honor of more famous citizens, no different than we do today with Lincoln's birthday and Washington's birthday and so on and so forth. Any Roman, though, this is a kick. Any Roman turning 50 years old would receive a special cake baked with wheat flour, olive oil, grated cheese, and honey. Important thing to note is that only men, I'm sorry, ladies, only men would experience this 50-year anniversary of a birthday party. Female birthdays weren't celebrated, boy, this is crazy, until the 12th century. Now, I've been celebrating female birthdays for as long as I can remember. Mammy. In Christianity, well, this is interesting. The first birthdays were actually considered to be a pagan ritual by the church, okay? Now, this is kind of big. In Christianity, it's believed that all people are born with original sin. Oh, the nuns beat that into me. Master Sella, you dirty little sinner, you. I was born with sin in me. Is that what happened? Is that really what happened? I was born with sin in me? The combination with early birthdays being tied to pagan gods led Christians to consider birthdays to be celebrations of evil, of course. Why should you have a good time? Why wouldn't the church say it's a bad deal? This lasted for the first few hundred years of the existence of the Christian church. It wasn't until the 4th century that Christians abandoned that way of thinking and began celebrating the birth of Jesus. As we all know, it's called Christmas. Celebrating the birth of Jesus was partly enacted to recruit those who already celebrated Saturnalia, which was the Roman holiday, okay? Isn't it crazy? Where did the cakes come from, though? That's what we want to know. Where did the cakes come from? Give me cake or give me death. Well, so birthdays have been celebrated around the world, even in China, where a child's first birthday is the most special event. A child's first birthday is more special than any of his other birthdays. Kinderfest. Kinderfest. Sounds like a new show on Foxhole, doesn't it? Kinderfest, which started in the late 18th century, was the name for a German birthday party that is closest to today's style of parties. The party was held for German kids, or Kinder, featured on a birthday cake adorned with candles. Kids were given one candle atop of a cake for each year that they had been alive, plus one for the hope of living for at least another more year. Blowing these candles out while making a wish was a big part of those celebrations. Now, the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution made way for everyone to enjoy those sweet, sugary cakes we love today. Yes, sugar cakes were a common a birthday commodity that only the wealthy had enjoyed until, of course, the Industrial Revolution. Ingredients were expensive and considered a luxury, and the common man, well, maybe they got a cupcake? I don't know. Then the good old Industrial Revolution came around and allowed birthday celebrations in all cultures to proliferate. The required ingredients became plentiful, widely available, in combination with advances in mass production and workers expanding all over the country. Bakeries popped up everywhere, offering the option for customers to buy pre-made cakes at lower prices. And I implore you not to buy those pre-made cakes at Ralph's. Okay? Don't do it. Just don't do it. Get them an ice cream cake. That's what they really want. That's what they really want. The tune of Happy Birthday, as you and I know it. I just played it. Put another candle. Oh, sorry, that was Sheriff John. Two sisters, one named Patty Hill and Mildred J. Hill, known as Mildy to her friends, who happened to be from Kentucky. They were Kentucky school teachers. They wrote a song called Good Morning to All in 1893 that was published in a book for other school teachers. The original intent of the song was to be sung in class by the students at the beginning of the day. Now, when I grew up in school, we said the Pledge of Allegiance. We didn't sing a song like that. That is the biggest damn fly I've ever friggin'. All right, you're now a walk. You're missing a wing. When does a fly become a walk? When he's missing a wing. Of course, when anything catches on, okay, as things become popular, like freaking tattoos or whatever, all right, there's variations, right? This song's no different. Robert Coleman published a songbook in 1924 that featured the song Good Morning to All with a few extra lyrics in it. And it's the extra lyrics that became catchy and eventually overshadowed the original lyrics. The lyrics, as we know today, are what we call the birthday song. So it's a mix of two people's work. That's where the birthday song Happy Birthday came from. In 1933, the new version was used in an Irving Berlin musical. One of the founding Hill sisters sued on the grounds that they held the copyright to the tune. They won the case, and the copyright still holds up to this day. Some even believe the song is under copyright until the year 2030. Copyright proceeds are split with the copyright owner and the Hills estate, estimated at about $2 million every year. So when you go and you buy somebody one of those birthday cards, and when you open it up, it plays Happy Birthday to you. One of the Hill sisters is getting a take. They're getting a piece of the action. Kind of like Foxhole does when they bring in gay men shows. A piece of the action. A few bonus birthday facts. Marie Antoinette should not be quoted for the saying, let them eat cake. No, that is in error. Did you know that? This is a quote many people attribute to Marie Antoinette, but it wasn't until 50 years after her death that the French critic and journalist Alphonse Karr claimed that it started with her. Despite these sourced rumors, this phrase actually had its first appearance in Rousseau's autobiography called The Confessions. I've had a few confessions in my day. I bet I turned the priest's face red. The book describes Rousseau's fear of entering a bakery due to his improper dress. I don't know what this guy dressed like, but what the hell. The book leads up to this famous quote like, "Finally, I received the stopgap solution of a great princess who was told that the peasants had no bread and responded, 'Let them eat brioche.'" Let them eat brioche, you say. Oh, wait a minute. What happened to my foxhole? Is my foxhole, is it spinning around? Is your foxhole spinning around and around and around? Or you got the wheel of death over there? I hope not. I hope not. At the time this book was written, Marie Antoinette was just a little girl, but it's theorized by some that she read Rousseau's book and was quoting it, but others, like Antoinette biographer Lady Antonia Fraser, disapprove of this theory. It was taken offensively, as if Antoinette meant it as an insult to the lower class citizens, but Fraser knew that kind of callousness and ignorance, it just wasn't Marie Antoinette's style. She wasn't like that. She wasn't a hoity-toity snob. Marie Antoinette was actually a pretty cool chick. So, October 5th. What is special about October 5th? Anyone? Is anyone here born on October 5th? Do you want to know why I asked this question? October 5th is the single most common birth date in the United States. There are more people born on October 5th than any other day. That begs me to ask, what the hell is happening at the end of January, early February? What the hell goes on? I don't know. If you think about it, it makes perfect sense. 9 months before October 5th is, I'm sorry, I was off by a month. 9 months before October 5th is New Year's Eve. Well, you drunken partiers, you. New Year's Eve, a pretty freaking common conception date. I've been looking. Anybody born on October 5th? Sleeping Star. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my freaking goodness. Oh, Lordy. On another note, May 22nd. May 22nd is considered to be the least common birthday in the U.S. So let's back that up. May, April, March, January, December, November, October, September, August. Are we so hot and bothered in August that we can't even make love? Is it really? We're so hot in late August that we fail to get it on enough to propagate the species? Because I guess May 22nd is the least popular birthday ever. Nobody is born on May 22nd. Anybody here born May 22nd? Give me a little zoom. I'll give you some zoom. I'll give you some zoom. What is happening here? That needs to go away. That needs to go away. This needs to go away. Well, let's have a look here. The lack of history on early birthday celebrations may be due to a lack of wealth. That is crazy. That's crazy to consider. Do you think you had to be rich to celebrate your birthday? I thought the Industrial Revolution made it possible for everybody to buy birthday cakes. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm freaking wrong. But one thing I can tell you, one thing I can tell you is we will investigate this further on the other side of this little here break. Okay? We will find out if you had to be rich to celebrate your birthday. We'll be back on the other side of this right here. I love you. Don't go anywhere, people. Stay right where you are.
Why do we sail upon the mystery ship? 'Cause we never know where we'll go next.
I really want to take this moment right here to thank the beautiful people, the wonderful folks who regularly come by this show and support it. Um, I'm looking at the wonderful people who have dropped lemons tonight. You guys are just the best. And over here on Build Foxhole, I don't know how to thank you. I really don't know how to thank you. Spazzo Yeti, you are a rock star. Joe Elaine, I love you, sister. Thank you, Chatty KC, Sherry Pittsburgh, Doodah Man, Empress Bitch to you, Joe Elaine so many times, Empress Bitch so many times. NX17, thank you, darling. My dear brother, Double D, thank you. Girl Patriot, you are wonderful. Sean Joe, fucking love you, man. Empress, bitch. Oh my God, she's got a page over there, as does Jolene. Ghost Pepper, thank you. Better Lately, LT, F57, FSH, Renee, 0304. Oh my goodness, Secret Weapon. Oh my goodness, Rooster, my brother, Prayer Warrior Girl, Bender to No One, Rooster. Thank all of you guys. Your love is felt tonight. It is deeply felt tonight, and I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. Your support of this program means the world to me. Means the freaking world to me. Amethyst Cat says, I was conceived in December like Jesus. Well, maybe not exactly like Jesus. Thank you, Gloria Paddock. She dives right in with another diamond. Thank you, darling. You are the king of the leaderboard over there. You are the best. You are the freaking best. So, when we last left our hero, we were discussing the lack of wealth and birthday celebrations. So, there's a theory. There's a theory out there that nobles were the only people who could afford to have birthday celebrations. Anyone other than these filthy rich, God bless them, anyone other than these filthy rich probably were not likely to have been written about and thus remembered. So it could be that many birthday celebrations were had and no one really documented them. The fact is, we just don't know our own history. It's believed by many historians that this nobility only result could be the reason by the custom of wearing a birthday crown. You know, when kids go to Burger King and they put a crown on their head for their birthday, all right? It's still a thing we do today. Today, it's hard to imagine that our beloved birthday traditions were not always around. But it all had to begin somewhere, right? The cake, the candles, the presents, the song, all of these things evolved over time. We had to have a calendar, right? It all started with a calendar. It's almost as if thousands and thousands of years of people and cultures all decided to play a huge game of telephone right up until the present day. I mean, doesn't it seem that way? It's interesting to think about how this contemporary version of a birthday celebration we have today will change and evolve over the years to come. How will they be celebrating birthdays 300 years from now? It could be very different than the way we do it today. It might be something bad. Like a birthday might be a horrible thing. Who knows? That is that's what I would call food for thought. Food for thought, people. All right, so one thing that I love to do here on the Mystery Ship, and you all know this, I love nothing more than to open up my phone lines and hear from you. So I'm going to do just that. And what I want to hear from you tonight, I'm going to share a little story like I always do. I always share stories on my program, especially about me. Those are the best stories I have. I want to hear from you. I want to hear about either one of two things. The best birthday you ever had. What was the best birthday you ever remembered in your life? Or what was the freaking worst birthday? Did you ever have a nightmare birthday? Did you ever have a nightmare of a birthday? Like, oh my God, this was of all these. I mean, we all remember birthdays for one reason or another. We can expand on that a little bit. It could be, what was the best birthday present you ever had? What was the biggest surprise you ever got on your birthday? Well, let's see. I want to hear from you, okay? There's a phone number right there on your screen. I invite you, I implore you to call in and share with me what was like the birthday you'll never forget. Have you ever had one of those? You ever had something happen so special on your birthday that it just blew your freaking doors off? I'm going to share a couple of birthday stories. I remember one in particular. I was just a young kid. I was just a young kid. And my aunt handed me a present, and I was all excited. And I opened it up, and it was socks. And I said, bear with me, Todd, hang with me for 1 second. I opened up this present and it was socks. Now I'm 5 years old. And I opened it up and I actually looked at it almost unbelievingly. And the exact words I said were, "Oh, great, it's socks." My mom looked at my aunt. My aunt looked at my mom. I learned later that my Aunt Betty had asked my mom, what does Albie Joe need for his birthday?" And my mom says, he could use some socks. So my aunt bought me socks for my birthday. Well, when you're 5 years old, you kind of want toys. You don't really want socks. But the funny thing is, today, at my age, at like Christmas time or something, when I get a present and it's socks, that's one of the greatest presents a guy can ever get is socks. Okay, I love socks. Socks are a wonderful present. TL Spud, is that you, my brother? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy birthday, Zoso.
Thanks, my friend. Did you ever get socks? Did you ever get socks on your birthday?
I ask for socks. I am a sock
lover.
So, well, I have a lot of socks. Here's my thing: is that I can't stand anything being sweaty on me.
Yeah.
So as soon as I have a sweaty pair of underwear or a sweaty pair of socks, they gotta go. So I have a ridiculous amount of socks and underwear.
Good for you.
Much to no, I don't know. Well, Mrs. is like, this is ridiculous. She doesn't say that anymore because obviously we've been married for decades now. But in the day, she's like, this is ridiculous. I mean, it's not. I need this many pairs of socks. But I'm really into wool socks now.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have the wool, dude, or at least a wool blend.
Oh,
anyway,
that's awesome.
Socks. I didn't call about socks. And happy birthday, Shelby.
Isn't that wonderful?
And, the Spudco family of companies loves you, Shelby. There's always a place for you on the board. If you ever decide that you want to really jump in and be a leader in the Spudco industries. But anyway, one of the things I had to say, though, dude, is that I really believe, and I know you were reading like a naturalistic view, like a scientific view of, history with the Egyptians coming up with shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's bullshit. The Nephilim, clearly the people were taught by the Watchers about the sky and the constellations and the times of the year from the skies and the seasons, and this was something that the people did from back because they had to, because that's how they lived.
That's how they navigated the seas.
Nomadic hunter-gatherer bullshit. That was later. The degenerate hunter-gatherer Germanic peoples, when everything falls apart. And you got to do that. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. And I will say my worst birthday ever was my 21st birthday.
What happened on your 21st birthday, Spud?
The worst birthday I ever had, I think, was my 21st birthday. My two of my very best friends who were dating each other, boy and girl.
Okay.
It's not what we're talking about.
They didn't have a foxhole show?
Homosexual, yeah,
Okay, no, they were regular. Okay, heteros.
They
Okay.
were a boy, but they were both my really good friends. They had a terrible fight, and it just ruined everything, man.
Oh.
It was just terrible. Oh yeah, no, it was terrible. That was basically the end of their relationship, and everybody else was like, and I wasn't actually. I had just gotten out of a relationship. I was single. I didn't have a date. It was just me, my best friend, who was having a relationship problems of his own, and yeah, no, it was terrible. We didn't do what we were planning on doing. It just was a bust.
Oh, that's all. That's a
It was
bummer.
one of those things. Well, it caused me. I decided that night though that I wasn't going to drink, so I didn't drink after I was 21 years old. It took me 2 years to drink again, which is kind of crazy. But my best birthday was my 17th birthday. It was crazy, through the most gigantic party. My mom and I were living in this condo. We had a pool and all this stuff. It was friggin' nuts, dude. It was 120 people. It was the biggest rager party that I ever hosted. It was fucking unbelievable, dude. It was unbelievable. Even though I had to clean up my best friend Ethan, God rest him, his vomit, and the fact that he threw up and the fact that he's not with us anymore, probably there's a correlation there. God bless him. Even with that included, the fact that nobody would help me. He puked all over my bathroom upstairs in my bedroom. So my mom and I lived together. And obviously I was 17. We had master suites in this. It was like a really nice condo.
Wow.
And he puked up the whole bathroom. And it was amazing. Absolutely, all these worlds came together. I was I was a theater kid, and I was doing Joseph and His Technicolor Dreamcoat at Fulton College in this program, SRO. It was my second year in it. It was pretty, it was very prestigious. It was what you wanted to do if you wanted to be a stage actor as a youth. And I was playing Pharaoh, which is an Elvis impersonator in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And it was just this really great thing, and I had all these different friends, and it was this night where like 3 different giant groups of friends all came together, and they formed. It was a monumental night in the even apart from my own experience from it, in just that culture of the time of my friends from Canyon High School, my friends from Fulton College. My friends from Disneyland.
Just
and
something you will never, ever, ever forget. It was one of those.
There's so many people. There's so many people that have stories. It's one of those events where there's so much shenanigans. So many people have so many stories about it. I'm going to let somebody else get in there. I just want to break the ice. God bless you.
I'm so glad that you did. Spudley, I not only love you, I love your phone calls. They're always the greatest. They're freaking the greatest calls ever.
Right, my friend. God bless you. Many happy returns. God bless you, friends all out there. See you soon.
Love you, my friend. Love you. Love you. Oh, yes. There's something about raging parties, Have you ever have a friend throw you a birthday party that just went like off the rails? Okay, for a very brief time in my life, Paula and I lived out in a little place called Merlin. It was before we lived here, and we rented a master bedroom from a woman who had a very, very nice house, pool, jacuzzi, all that, yard acreage, backed up to a national forest. It was wonderful. And my daughter came to live with us for a little while. And she decided to throw a party. And, well, as high school kids can be, the word got out. A strange thing about this party was it happened to coincide with a visit from my mother. My mother decided to come across country and fly out and visit us. And let me tell you, there was like 400 kids in this backyard. And up in Oregon, here, where I live, kids are kids. Country kids are country kids. They're not city slickers. When they throw a party, they bring out the keggers, they bring the 4-wheel drives, they light a big bonfire, they do kid stuff. My mother was just aboard. She couldn't believe she saw kids smoking dope. She turned to Paula and me and there's kids lighting up right there. I'm like, Mom, look, they could be lighting up on the side of the freeway somewhere, or behind a drugstore somewhere, behind a bank in a parking lot and get busted by the cops. They're out here in the sticks in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of other kids having a good time. It'll wear off in a matter of hours and they'll be back to normal. Everything's good, Mom. Don't worry about it. It'll be all right. And my daughter, I'll never forget this. I'll never forget this as long as I live. She came to me at one point during the party, and I mean, I went kind of berserk. I hung lights everywhere outside, and it was this place was this place was set up for partying. If the landlady happened to be out of town that weekend, if the landlady ever caught wind of what the hell went down that weekend, she would have shot us because this woman was like, she was like a Mormon, you know, and if she had any idea that I threw, well, I didn't throw it. My daughter had a raging party at our house with all kinds of kids doing all kinds of crazy things, beer cans as far as the eye could see. When we woke up in the morning, when we woke up in the morning, there were still about 25 bodies sleeping all over the place in any array that you might imagine. And the somebody obviously got on top of the picnic table. It had been collapsed on the floor. I had to rebuild it before the landlady got home. Raging birthday parties, like Spud just mentioned. Has anybody had thrown raging parties? Like, there's a phone call. Have you thrown a party like a birth? Have you had a birthday party thrown for you that had, 500 people? I want to hear from you. There's a phone number on your screen. Don't be shy, people. It doesn't hurt you one little bit. You don't get leprosy. You don't get hives. Nothing happens if you call in. The only thing that happens when you call in is you make people laugh or you entertain them. So I invite you, call in. Tell me about the best birthday you ever had. Tell me about the worst birthday you ever had. I want to know about your birthday, okay? I want to know about your birthday. Is there anyone out there who did something unusual, like you got married on your birthday? Is anybody who has that claim to fame out there? I invite you to call in. Seriously, it doesn't hurt a minute. Look at Spud. He's right back there in the chat. Nothing happened to him. He didn't turn green. He didn't become he didn't turn into like Rumpelstiltskin or anything, even though now he's a long-haired freaky person. He's as normal as they come. He really is. Well, we've got a wonderful, wonderful person on the line. This is my dear sister, and let me tell you, a dear, wonderful Christian lady who I adore. Prayer warrior girl, how are you doing, darling?
Well, happy birthday, Captain Zoso Dude.
It is great to hear from you. How are you doing, darling?
And happy birthday, Sleeping Stars.
Indeed. Our Shelby having a birthday today as well.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you my favorite birthday. It was my 50th birthday. I worked at this law firm for about 5 years. And they gave me a surprise party. I mean, I walked off the elevator, and everything was decorated with balloons. We had clients coming in all day, bringing me cakes and pies and cookies. People gave me Visa cards. I mean, it was amazing, Zoso Dude. I'll never forget it as long as I live. They took me out to lunch. They just showered me with everything. I mean, it was amazing. I think I got like $500 from, the law firm. They treated me so good. They really, really did. And I'll never forget it. I had to call in and share it because,
that is
wonderful. Clients, just brought in cakes and pies and cookies and just gave me hugs. And people sent emails and people called on the phone at the law firm if they couldn't come in. And they had shared this with the clients. They kept it a secret from me. I didn't even know they were going to do this. I walk up the elevator and people were handing me these black balloons, because over the hill. And they had to wear this big button that said over the hill. And it was the most amazing birthday I've ever had.
How wonderful for you. How many people do you think attended that thing? I mean, we
had close to like 200 people in the firm because I ran the whole firm, and everybody else helped me too. Like the people in the office, they helped too. But I worked there for 12 years, but I only worked there 5 years. And I just couldn't believe that they did that for me. I was just blown away. they were the best, you know, but my bosses, they're now with the Lord now. They went to be with the Lord a couple of years ago. So, but my worst birthday was, I had only worked at this place for a couple of weeks. But, you know, I think somebody knew, but I wasn't sure. But nobody remembered my birthday at all. It was the worst birthday ever. And then I go in the next day, and then they all said happy birthday to me. Then they remembered. So it was really hard because, you know, here you work on your birthday. Nobody even says a thing to you, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty bad birthday. Yeah, it was when I was in my 40s, I think, is when that happened. So I just wanted to call in and share that with you.
I'm so glad that you did, my dear. And, you know, I have to tell you, I mean, I feel like I know you pretty well. I haven't met you in person yet, but you're on my list. And I'll be seeing you this summer. But I know why those people threw a giant party for you. It's because you are a wonderful person, and we freaking love you here. We love you.
I love you too, but I have to give all the glory to God. I absolutely
Amen,
have to
sister.
give it to Him.
Amen, sister. Thank you so much for calling in. It's always great to hear from you.
Well, thank you, and I hope you have a zillion more birthdays.
Oh, yeah, I certainly will. I'm planning on it. I am
I love
planning
you,
on
Captain.
it. Love you,
and I
kiddo.
hope you're enjoying your gift that I gave you too.
I am indeed. Thanks so much.
All
Take
right,
care,
I love you.
darling.
God bless you.
Take care.
Bye. Bye, Chad. Love you too.
Prayer warrior girl right there. Prayer warrior girl, just a sweetheart of a girl, sweetheart of a lady. It's amazing. Look at this. I see right here in the chat, our dear brother Dave MC says, I threw myself a birthday party for my 27th. Kegger. Cops showed up. They said, try not to be so loud. I thought I read somewhere that, didn't you say you threw up? No. What kind? Joe Elaine says, my sweet 16, my head was in the garbage pail from drinking too much. Jojo, I swear. Welcome aboard the mystery ship. Who do we have on the line this evening?
Hi, Zoe. It's Zoom.
Zoomer.
You haven't saved my number yet, have you?
I haven't yet. Good to have you aboard, my friend. How the heck are you
I
doing?
drive those Mazdas, okay?
Zoom. Good to see you. Good to see you again, my friend. Good to talk to you. I met Zoomer over at SRG Sparky's big old party summer before last. It was wonderful. You have a good birthday story for us?
I do. Back when I was probably about 23 years old.
Lay it on us.
So, night started off like any other night. Birthday party, friends coming over. There's probably 20, 25 people here. This is back when I actually liked people. I don't like people no more. But that's besides the point.
So you had a party going on. What went down at this party?
I got shitty, and my wife and my neighbor were talking about the other neighbor that had a mannequin sitting out in front, and it was a child mannequin sitting on it was probably about, I'm guessing, teenager child-sized mannequin, okay? And they just had a T-shirt thrown over this, and it was a girl.
Okay.
And
sounds like the makings of a new Foxhole program. But go ahead, go on, tell me more.
Man, okay. So everybody that was around the neighborhood was there, except for basically that fucking place, and I happened to be on the conversation, and she's like, I hate that thing. I wish somebody would take that and get rid of it. Well, when you had enough to drink,
yes.
What do you think happened, right?
You guys decided to do something with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it came back to my place for a while, and I chased my buddy that worked with me around the shop with it for a while. And, dude, he climbed up in my loft in my shop.
Oh,
he was that freaked out.
So what I have to ask, what became of the mannequin?
Well, we left it sit out here in the chair, and then somebody decided to get rid of the evidence and decided to burn it.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So you got a young girl's body on fire in the front lawn.
Oh, man. No, we're in the backyard, man. We're in my shop.
Dude, that sounds like a birthday to remember right there.
And you remember me telling you the story about the gal getting in front of my truck, going up the road, blocking me getting to work?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was the gal that was talking to my wife that absolutely hated that. She said that was satanic.
Oh, my.
And she totally, I don't know. I don't know. But that's one of my happy birthday
most
drunken
memorable,
stories.
unforgettable birthday. Zoomer, I'm not the least bit surprised, buddy.
Oh, you know me.
I knew you were a rock star when I met you, man.
I like to have fun. Put it that way.
That's extraordinary. I love it. I freaking love it, man. I'm so glad you called in, dude. Great to talk to you. I hope everything is good in your world. Hey, maybe I run into you this summer when I do my cross-country run, brother.
Well, do 55 up to Salty Crack or Salty Nuts.
All right.
And you'll run into me.
Fantastic.
I'm on the way.
Fantastic. Great to hear from you, man. Be good,
All
my
right,
brother.
You.
Thanks so much.
And happy birthday to you.
Hey, thanks a million, my man. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. You rock. Take care, my man.
Talk to you later.
Take care.
Night.
Well, lighting a teenage girl's mannequin on fire. That is a birthday. Okay, you crazy people. What kind of birthday stories do you have? Oh, this is going to be a good one. This one right here, I know, is going to be a good one. Welcome, my friends. Say hello to our dear sister, Gloria Paddock. Gloria, how are you doing, darling? It's been a minute.
Oh, I just wanted to call and say happy birthday, Zoso.
Thank you so very, very much. Wonderful to hear from you. Wonderful.
I don't have any really funny birthday stories, and your present will be coming.
Oh, my dear, you don't have to do that for this old guy, but I do appreciate it. You are wonderful. You have remembered me in so many ways, and I love that book you sent me. I've been reading it. I have been reading it. I love it.
I have another one that I want to get, and when I get it, I'll send you the.
No.
Dr. Stanley has a daily devotional too that I want to get that looks really good too. So
very cool.
I may get that and get that one for you as well.
So, Gloria, wild birthday stories?
I don't really have any. The only thing I was thinking about, I remember my 11th birthday, I had a slumber party, and I got a portable record player.
Ooh.
And all night long, I kept playing the beginning part of the Beatles, I Feel Fine, all night long. That's the only thing I can think.
Ding, ding, I know it like the back of my hand. Wow. Oh, that's awesome. A portable... Oh, man, that must have been a freaking great gift for a young kid.
Oh, yeah. I remember we used to go to the pool, and I'd play... There was a lifeguard that I really... You know how you when you're kids.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to... there was a... I'm trying to think of the song I used to play behind the lifeguard stand for him. But anyway, that was back in the days.
I want to ask you something. When you were in school, did you ever have so I went to a co-ed Catholic school as a young kid, 5th and 6th grade. We used to have, now it wasn't very often, but it was maybe twice a year, maybe 3 times. We'd have like a dance party where we pushed all the desks around the outside of the room, and the teachers let us bring our rock and roll records in, and we'd have a phonograph player in the room, and we'd dance in 5th and 6th grade. Did you have stuff like that?
No, not really, no, but that sounds great.
Yeah,
I
well-
remember, like, junior high, going to, like, and we had it was like the world's largest high school gymnasium.
Wow.
In Elkhart, in Indiana. And, I mean, they used to have RV shows in this gymnasium. It was, like, huge.
Wow.
We had dances there, but not really, but that sounds like a lot of fun.
I mean, you know those crazy Catholic kids, they'll get away with murder, I mean,
Yeah.
I've shared many a time that, in my later teenage years, it was at the after, in the mornings they had 3 or 4 masses, 5 masses, for the families. And then late Sunday night at like 5 p.m., they had what they called the guitar mass for the young crowd. And it was in the parking lot of the guitar mass where I used to score all my dope. So that's just the way those Catholic kids roll. We used to have dance parties every so often. In my 5th grade and 6th grade teacher let us bring in our favorite records, and I remember Inagata Devita and Tears of a Clown and all that stuff.
I remember playing that. I remember playing it at my grandma's, and she's like, "Oh my God!" That was at that time. I mean, that was like such a cool. Yeah, that was cool.
Gloria, it is so wonderful to talk to you. Thank you so much for calling in.
So happy birthday!
Thank you very much, and I appreciate so much your support of this program. You're unbelievable, my friend. I look forward to seeing you again this summer.
Yes. We'll
all right.
Work on that. Yes.
We're going to do a Saturday broadcast together, come heck or high water.
We will.
All right, kiddo.
We will. All righty.
Live from the deli.
All righty.
Glow and Zoe.
Oh, my goodness. That was Zoe and Glow.
All right, kiddo. We'll talk to you soon.
All righty.
Bye.
Okay.
Love you too,
Bye-bye.
kiddo. Bye.
All righty. Bye-bye.
I'm so glad she called in. That is Gloria Paddock, one of our absolute favorites around here, and seriously, a great supporter of the show. I don't know where I'd be without her. Don't know where I'd be. And a very, very, very long time from the very beginnings of the show. Double D, is that you, my brother?
Yes, it is.
How are you doing? Let me take a drink out of my beer and bro responsibly mug as we speak. Great to have you aboard.
Awesome. It is great to be here, and love the topic tonight. I actually have 2 that are very memorable.
Oh, well, let's lay them on us, baby. What you got going on?
The first one was when I was 21 years old. This is just before a couple years just before I joined the Marine Corps. I was working at a place called Lumberman's of Redmond, and one of the guys that I worked with, he was kind of nudging me to join the military because he came out of airborne infantry. I was like, all right, cool. And they found out when my 21st birthday was, so they all decided to take me out to a place called Las Margaritas. We were there for a good 6 hours. And when I say 6 hours, I mean a good, solid 6 hours. We closed down the store a little bit early and everything else like that. All right, cool, fine, fair enough.
The boys were getting it on.
Oh, no, it was all the management were the ones that took me out. And there were 6 of them. Each of them.
Wow.
Their bar tabs were over $300 a piece. And half of each of those bar tabs went to me just for my 21st.
Phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal.
Oh, no, what makes it worse is this. The last thing I drank that night was a glass of milk, ate some Mexican rice, and had a taco, and then I drove home. Woke up the next morning, and I went right back to work.
Like nothing ever happened.
Like nothing ever happened.
Wasn't it fun to be young and resilient like that, man? I mean, yeah, dude, my 20s, I mean, they're a blur now, but, dude, I remember. I mean, in my 20s, all throughout the 80s, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, I had a job where I had to be in the office at 4:30 in the morning, but I was off. I was off of work by 1:30 in the afternoon. I would go home. I'd get about 3 or 4 hours of sleep. By 7 o'clock, me and my buddies, we get the blow dryers out. We blow our hair out this big, the hair metal days, and go out to the clubs. Stay out till 2:30 in the morning, drinking, partying. I would party so hard that I would just have my friends drop me off at work, and I would.
Oh, wow.
I would go into the office at about 2:30, stinking drunk of gin, and tell the overnight guy, dude, do me a favor, wake me up at 4 o'clock so I make it to the morning meeting at 4:30, would you? I mean, but you can bounce back like that. I don't bounce back anymore, Double D. I just don't.
Well, that's all right, because the second story did not involve any alcohol whatsoever. This is when I was down at my old reserve unit down there in Tacoma, 709 Transportation Detachment, or Transportation Company. I had requested leave for that week off for my birthday week. I was denied. Well, the first actually, she was second lieutenant at that particular point in time. She absolutely hated my guts. She said, no, you can work. It's like, okay, my birthday comes up. I grab, and at that particular point in time, I had my Nissan Xterra. So I took my grill. I bought a 3.5-pound steak, grabbed everything I needed, and just, as soon as it was lunchtime, I went outside. I grilled that steak up nice and perfectly juicy. Everybody in the building could smell it because they had their windows open. And it was just like, it pissed everyone off. And then I went right back up to my desk with about 40 minutes late, 40 minutes left for lunch, which is an hour lunch for the military. We just sat there and glared at her, and just sat there and ate that steak, all 3.5 pounds of it, right in front of her.
I freaking love it.
You would not believe the mean looks I got off of that one.
Oh, dude.
And everybody else was just like, oh, dude, you had balls doing that one. There you go.
Sleeping people in the chat are saying, I want steak. Someone make me a steak.
I know, right? Oh, my God. But I'll be honest with you. Almost every single birthday now, I switched over from cakes to, believe it or not, a Marionberry pie. So I don't have birthday cakes anymore. I have a birthday pie.
Ooh.
And it's a Marionberry pie. Oh,
awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Joe Elaine and I were chatting in the chat earlier. Yeah, Joe Elaine, my birthday falls on a Thursday this year, so yeah, it's going to be a party, all right, because I hit the big 5-0 this year.
And you do a show that night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby. So wait, what day is your birthday?
I'll text it to you. I'm going to tell everybody just yet.
Please do. Please do.
Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to tell you right now.
Do it.
It's July 25th.
Okay. I'm putting. You know what? One thing I really want to do. I mean this. You know how I give stuff away. I want to do. I want to do a calendar, a mystery ship calendar with 12 different pictures for the 12 different months. But I want to list everybody's birthday on it, so that I've been looking into this, man. You can create custom calendars. I just want to give it out to everybody so everybody can celebrate everybody's freaking birthday, because it's the one day of the year where everybody just says, hey, I freaking love you, man. Good to have you as my friend.
I would immediately order one of those catalogs.
I will. I want to give them away. So it's something I am working on. I've got about probably 100 birthdays right now, but I need to get everybody. I need to get everybody. I want it to be all inclusive, man. All inclusive. So
can't blame you. I cannot blame you. I can help you out with that as best I possibly can. But yeah, I like that idea. I really like that idea.
Spazzo Yeti says he hit 50 last month. Wow.
Right on.
I can't believe it. 50. I got to crash at Spazzo's house this past summer. What a great dude. I had so much fun hanging out with his dad. His dad and I hit it off. He's a freaking great guy. Oh, man. Awesome. Hey, Double D, I appreciate you so much as a friend, man. Thank you for calling in tonight.
You're welcome. Let me jump up here so we can get at least one last call in before.
Good deal. Good deal. Great to talk to you.
Talk to you later.
Bye. I can tell you something that is going to happen. Okay, my local market closes at 10 p.m. and although I had a very, very nice lunch today, I'm hungry as hell. And he just whet my appetite for a steak. As soon as this show is over, I am hauling ass down to my market. I'm going to buy a steak and I'm going to throw it on that grill out there. Double D, you just got me so hungry. You have no idea. You have no idea. Well, welcome aboard the mystery ship. Who do I have on the line here tonight?
Well, they're salty.
I know that guy. How you doing, my brother?
Happy freaking birthday, dude. Happy birthday.
Thanks a lot for the call, man. I do appreciate it.
So Spaz is getting as old as you?
Spaz is trying to catch me, but he never will. I got him by 15, man. I don't think he's going to catch me.
This is just a reminder of who's the one who fucked you over on the quit smoking thing. Yet you still think, wow, I'm glad I did that.
Dude, do you remember? I mean, I used to sit here at this very table and just chain smoke. Like there were like.
I know.
And when I do my shows with the Texan, and he smokes on the. Oh my God, it's just. Especially after a couple of cool ones, I'm sitting here going, oh, dang, where's my? Well, you know what I do have, and this is a truth. I'm honest, okay? I have an old can. I have an old can here. I have an old can of butts, and I haven't thrown it away. This is like 2 years old. And every now and then I'll pick out a choice butt, and I'll take a couple of drags, and when I go inside Mrs. Zoe, the first thing she says is, "You smoked." I'm like, "No, honey, I took a hit off an old butt." She's like,
yeah, puffing and smoking are totally different.
It's like, oh, she beats me up, baby. She beats me up, man.
I would like you to tell the audience after we hang up about your family tree and how old people lived to be on the guy's side in your family, and that would highlight as to why I sought out to get you to quit smoking. Because I want you to raise the bar.
I believe me, I'm interested in raising the bar, my friend. Yes,
good.
Yes.
Good.
I will share that. Yeah.
A birthday should remind you that many more birthdays to come, sir.
Hey, am I going to see you in the audience of gay men over there on Foxhall?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go get one of Woke Society's rainbow dildos, jam it up my ass, and head on over.
Say, fella.
Yeah. I got a wig. I'll go hang out with the kiddies, too.
Great to talk to you, my friend. Great to talk to you.
Have a good time, buddy.
Thanks for calling.
Small shit. This too shall pass.
This too shall pass. That's a fact. Love you, my man. Love you.
Take care, buddy. See ya.
All right, folks. I'm looking at the clock here, and it kind of looks like I should probably be winding this show down, but not before I take a moment and I need to. Let me do this. Bingo. Does that get rid of it? Yes, that does. Folks, I have an important message to share with you. Oh, good. One more phone call. We love phone calls. We love phone calls on this program. Welcome aboard the mystery ship. Who do I have the delight of talking to on my birthday?
Hey, happy birthday, Captain Zoso dude. This is Starface.
No, I thought it was. I thought I recognized that voice, man. Great to talk to you, my man. How are you doing?
I had no idea it was your birthday, but I'm so glad.
I'm glad that you
tuned in, and I was able to give you a call and wish you a very good, happy birthday.
It means a lot, my friend. Have you had any kind of special or unusual birthdays that you'll never forget for one reason or another?
You know, I've been to some crazy birthday party. But mine were never any of them.
Dude, I swear to God, I know this for a fact, okay? Like birthday parties, bachelor parties. I have thrown some of the greatest bachelor parties ever.
Oh, yeah.
And when it was my turn, you don't even want to know. You don't even want to know.
Humility is a virtue, I always say on my birthday. Yeah.
Oh,
you know, I'm sitting. You know, I just got my my Holy Bible from the God Bless the USA thing, and you know, I thought that was pretty cool. I opened it up, and here's a story for you. You know, one of the very first times that I ever quoted the Bible was I was, you know, we came back from a party, and my brother was still there, and you know, and he was drunk and whatever, and you know, I drove home, and my mom says, you know, well, where's your brother? And for some reason I said, well, I'm not my brother. And all of a sudden I got slapped, and I was like, whack, you know, it's like, whoa, and I didn't even realize what I had said. And so I figured,
okay, Abel,
I better go read the Bible, because I said something wrong there. You know? Anyway,
oh my God!
I wrote a poem I wanted to share with you.
Do it.
Started to.
I'm so glad you did.
It's about the Bible, and I wanted to share it with you.
I'm glad you. Let's hear it, my friend. Thank you so much for calling. And let's hear it. The stage is yours.
Well, it doesn't have a name yet.
Okay.
And I just have, you know, a couple verses here. So I'll share these with you. I'm glad that you made me see. I wandered around in the dark. Somehow you showed me the way, with Matthew and followed by Mark. Luke told us of the beginning, and John would reveal the end. The actions made and the letters of faith that they would mortally defend.
Brother.
That's all I got. That's all I got right now.
That's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. And you premiered it here on the Mystery Ship.
Yeah, thanks. It's still in ink. The ink's still wet on it.
Yeah, that is good. Cool. That is good. Brother, I freaking I love the fact that I got to meet up with you this past summer. I appreciate your friendship, and it's always wonderful when you call in, my man.
Yeah, thanks for letting me share.
Absolutely.
And happy birthday, brother.
Thank you, my man. Be good. I will talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right.
Bye now.
Well, that is awesome. What a perfect way to end the phone calls for the evening on the Mystery Ship. I want to take a second just to thank a number of people. Crafter Sauce over there at Rumble. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me, my friend. That means the world to me. I want to thank my dear sister, R. Charlie. I want to thank Gray Bear over there. I want to thank my friend Lux Interior. Love you, my man. Love you. Norma Williams, you are awesome. You guys, Subu, thank you, Subu. All your birthday wishes mean the world to me, and I want to thank everyone for their birthday wishes this evening. You guys are fantastic. Also, seriously, your donations tonight, they're over the top. They are just incredible. You guys have made me feel, you've made me feel so loved this evening. There's a couple of really important things to me that I want to share with you before I go. One is how much it means to me. How much it really, truly means to me to fire up this thing and see all of you people come and hang out. You are the best. You are the freaking best. And I love you. I freaking love you. To the people who donated to the show tonight, man, you're amazing. You are amazing. Thanks so very, very much. Let me see what I can do with this treasure chest over here. Let me see what I can do with this treasure chest, because you people have gone, no, I'm gonna go better than that. Here we go. This is a very special treasure chest tonight. It's my birthday. This is my gift back to you. I just put a whole bunch of love. I just put a whole bunch of love in that treasure chest, and I'm releasing it right now. Go and get you some. Best of luck to every. I hope. May the best. Oh, you guys are the best. You're the best. Look at that. They're getting gold pills over there. Let's see. Let's see. Dave Mick, 111. Prairie Warrior Girl, 23. Joe Elaine, 19 gold pills. Due Diligence, 12. Hey, that is awesome. That is freaking awesome. Go and get yourself some gold pills, people. Go and get yourself some gold pills. Hey, look at that. I won some. I got some gold pills tonight. Hey, that's beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. The birthday girl herself. Sleeping Stars. 195 freaking lemons. TL Spud on her shoulders. On the shoulders of giants. Amethyst Cat, Lynn Winters, and Sheeple Beware. Congratulations, Shelby. I'm glad. It's wonderful to see you right at the top of the heap tonight. Happy birthday, darling. Happy birthday. Guitar God, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming to my birthday show. I greatly appreciate it. Folks, I want to ask you for some prayers for a dear friend of ours. My friend and yours, Paul Thaddeus, another guy that I met up at SRG Sparky's place. It turns out his dad had a bit of a tumble today, and it's, when older people fall, it's not good. It's not good. Things break easily. Will you please keep our dear brother, Paul Thaddeus, his father, keep Paul's dad in your prayers, that he heals up and that he feels better. Apparently, he took quite the tumble today. I ask you, please pray for our friend Paul Thaddeus' dad. And don't forget him. Don't forget him. I love you all. I will see you Friday night with another mystery ship. People, how do I possibly thank you for your generosity tonight? I can't. I don't think I will ever see a Wednesday night gold pill count like that ever again in my life. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. Thank you for joining me here on my birthday. You people are the best. You truly and truly are. Let's do something special. You know what? It's my birthday. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Well, I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I'm going to do something that I really shouldn't do. I'm going to do something that I shouldn't do this. I know better. I know better than to do this. But you know what? There's a problem with me. I don't like to follow rules. I have a real problem following rules. What's wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me? There must be something wrong with me, because I've been a rule breaker. I've been a rule breaker for about as long as I remember. I can remember. Oh, well, it happens like that. Everyone, each and everyone, thank you for your calls tonight. You mean the world to me. Seriously, across the board. You guys are the best. Double D, if you're still out there, It's your fault. I'm jumping in the truck right now and driving down and buying a steak. I'm going down to buy a steak right now, and I'm going to fire up the Weber the minute I get back, and I'm going to have a birthday steak. That's what I'm going to do. A 9 o'clock birthday steak. Man, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. All right, people. Have a great rest of your week. I will see you at Sleeping Stars saying steak. I'm going to go get a great big fatty. I know it. I know it. I am. Okay. We're going to boogie on out of here. We are going to boogie on out of here. I love each and every one of you to death. To freaking death. Let's do this. Let's do this. Thank you again for hanging out. We'll see you around the bend, people. I freaking love you.
Ship, and here's what they had to say. We're calling everyone to ride along to another shore where we can laugh our lives away and be free once more. But no one heard them calling, no one came at all, 'cause they were too busy